Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Larson HD, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the best competitive class in Call of Duty Cold War right now. So, as you know, there was just a recent patch update where the FAMAS, prior to the patch, was the best gun to use in competitive, best AR, but if you look into the patch notes, they have increased the horizontal recoil by over 500%, which is the main reason why this gun isn't as good as it used to be. So here is my FFAR class. This is my class with Gunfighter, so it has 8 attachments on it, and it even has Muzzle Brake for the +4 vertical recoil control, as well as the Field Agent Grip, which is 6% vertical recoil and 20% horizontal recoil. And even with that, the 500% increase to the horizontal recoil is absolutely absurd. So this is what the recoil looks like now. It's honestly uncontrollable. It just goes straight up to the right and back to the left. You know, the recoil is just kind of too much to handle for my taste. So the gun that I believe is the best AR for competitive right now would be I just killed myself without switching my class in time, the Krig 6. So the Krig, honestly, in my opinion, probably does the most damage. The only other gun that would compare would be the AK-47. So my attachments on this, which I'll show you here, I use the mill stop reflex, which for optic you can use anything that you prefer. Everything's interchangeable. And the main pro to this class is that the gun literally has like no recoil at all. So I use Muzzle Brake for the +4 vertical recoil control, foregrip for the 15% horizontal, the jungle grip, so I get faster aim down sight, and you really need that flinch resistance for those gunfights, so the +80. A little bit slower sprint to fire time, but it's not that noticeable, and then 20% aim walking movement speed. The only thing that you might want to sub in here if you want is for the barrel a 19.7 takedown, just so you can get that more damage range for those longer range kills. I haven't been running it yet, but that's something that I may want to add on, and I would probably take off tactical stock if I were to put that on, just because the aim moving speed, I mainly use that for solos, because, you know, with solos you kind of have to do more moving around. It's just a 1v1, whereas if you're playing squads or dubs or 3v3s, you don't necessarily need that, because you kind of have, you know, your sub players moving around for you. You can kind of just post up. So I would definitely get rid of that. Or if you want to just run the Gunfighter perk greed so that you can have all the attachments you want, that would also help. But I'm going to show you what the recoil on this gun looks like with these attachments. You can see, honestly, not that bad, especially considering what the FAMAS has. And also, that was me just not trying to control the recoil at all. If I try to, you know, counteract it, obviously a lot more manageable. Pretty much all kind of in the center there. But this gun has pretty good damage, basically just as good as the AK-47. If you want, you can probably use all the attachments that I just showed you on the AK if you do prefer the AK. I prefer the Krig, honestly, just because it's just what I've been using. It's what I'm most comfortable with, and I've definitely been melting people in 1v1 game battles so far. If you guys want to see my other attachment or other guns and other perks, my main classes, I use perk greed. I get attack mask and flak jacket, just because those honestly are pretty overpowered in this game. If you have tac mask on, stuns basically do nothing. Gearhead and scavenger, just because those are pretty much the only two perk 2s that you can run. And then Ninja and Gun Ho. Once again, those are kind of the main standard perk 3s. I stick to the stun, frag, and trophy system. And then for the secondary, I would definitely recommend the 1911 pistol. I've seen a lot of people using the 3-burst pistol, but I honestly don't think it's as good as this pistol. This is basically a 2 to 3 hit kill from close range. You can shoot it pretty fast. And the attachments that I use on it, they're pretty basic attachments. I don't use any optic. Honestly, you don't need an optic. I go for the Muzzle Brake for the vertical recoil control. A little bit more bullet velocity with the +40 extended. The magazine, I go for the 12 round. I don't want the speed rounds, because I don't want any slower aim down sight. I keep it real basic, just 12 round just because the default is 7, which honestly isn't really enough. And then for the handle, just the plus 90 flinch resistance, so that if I'm in a gunfight and I'm getting shot at, my gun's not shooting up in the air. But honestly, I believe that the Krig and this pistol, honestly, my two favorite go-tos for competitive right now. I didn't include an MP5 class just because the MP5 is basically kind of the same from the beginning of the game. It did get patched a little bit with the range, but everyone kind of has an MP5 class. But post-patch, I think everyone's going to be switching from the FAMAS to either the Krig or the AK. This is my Krig class, which has been working for me so far. And I'll show you guys a little bit of gameplay against a couple of bots here, and you can see how much this gun melts and how you can snap on people. So I just started up a private match with bots, set them to veteran, and you'll be able to see, as you can see, the gun literally has no recoil. You can control it very well. The damage for the range is pretty good, but like I said, if you want to add that barrel, you can definitely go ahead and do that. Let's see, hopefully I can find a couple more guys real quick. There you go. Honestly, you can just snap on people like that. And this is what I've been running. Definitely good for drop shotting in this game isn't that good. Jump shotting also isn't that great, but I've been going with a nice crouch shot kind of strategy, and that seems to be working pretty well, just like that. It does tend to bring the shot to the body, but honestly, this gun has enough power that it really doesn't matter. As you can see right there, just melting guys with it. And then I'll show you guys just a little bit of gameplay with the pistol, because honestly, it's pretty much just a 2 to 3 hit kill every time, like I said. Also very powerful. That guy was hurt, but it was a 2 hit. And also, he was a little far. This works very well when you're kind of close range, honestly. If you want to run this on your sniper class, I would highly recommend it. Let's see if we can pull up on this guy right here as he runs away from me. But just like that, honestly, I think that was like a 3-hit kill. If you aim to the head, you can probably get a 2-hitter. Oh. But pretty effective at close range. Also, if you guys just want to see my Gunfighter class real quick, I have the same attachments, pretty much, the Muzzle Brake. I have the 19.7 takedown here. Forward grip is the same. I add a 40-round mag just because I don't want... You know, the only bad side of that is the reload quickness, so I keep it pretty basic. I don't want any slower aiming down sight or anything like that, so I just put it on 40 round. The jungle grip and the tactical stock and the body. I don't know if I would put the steady aim laser on, but I don't know if the laser shows to enemies yet. I'm not entirely sure, so I just kind of kept that off. But that's my Gunfighter class. And yeah, so if you guys want to use those classes, I think it'll be best for you when you're playing competitive, playing game battles, whatever. That's what I've been sticking to, and it's definitely been working out. And one last thing I want to add with the new update, they added a new setting. I believe it's in... Okay, so they added this new setting with the update, aim response curve type. I'm going to be real here. I honestly don't know what it is, but all I know is that all the pros use dynamic. I think it might have something to do with, like, you know, kind of snapping on a players, just like the way... I don't know, the auto aim response when you kind of move quickly to a guy and aim down your sight. All I know is that I would definitely recommend putting it on dynamic. I haven't really noticed much of a difference, mainly because I don't really know what I'd be looking for. But I've definitely noticed I can snap on enemies pretty quickly like that, and the auto aim is pretty powerful. So definitely switch it to dynamic. I think, you know, whatever it does, it's definitely going to help you. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'm Larson HD, and I'm out. Peace.